Hi, I'm Isabel Poole, and I'll be talking about Symbolist poetry. Symbolist poetry started in France and Belgium in the 19th century. The Symbolist poets believe capturing art should be the main idea, and the theory of indirect methods can lead to absolute truths. In Symbolist poetry, extensive metaphors, images, or objects with symbolic meaning and false sentimentality is used. Some Symbolist poets are Tristan Corbière and Stéphane Mallarmé. Corbière was born on July 18, 1845 in Côte-Congar-Prougon. He lived a very short life as a French poet before dying of tuberculosis. Only noticed through Paul Verlaine's gallery of Poètes Maudits. Verlaine helped Corbière establish his verse in Les Émojos in 1873. Mallarmé was born on March 18, 1842 in Paris, France. His Symbolist poetry inspired many revolutionary artistic schools such as Surrealism and Futurism in the early 20th century. The author of The Seekers of Lice, which is the poem I'll be reciting, is by Arthur Rimbaud. Rimbaud was born on October 12, 1854 in Charleville, France. He started to write at a very young age and abandoned his formal education to participate in the Franco-Prussian War. One of his major works is Illuminations. The Seekers of Lice by Arthur Rimbaud. When the child's forehead, full of red torments, implores the white swarm of indistinct dreams, there come near his bed two tall, charming sisters, with slim fingers that have silvery nails. They seat the child in front of a wide open window where the blue air bathes a mass of flowers. And in his heavy hair, where the dew falls, move their delicate, fearful, and enticing fingers. He listens to the singing of their apprehensive breath, which smells of long rosy plant honey, in which at times a hiss interrupts, saliva caught on the lip or desire for kisses. He hears their black eyelashes beating in the perfumed silence, and their gentle electric fingers make in his half-drunken indolence the death of the little lice crackle under their royal nails. Then the whine of sloth rises in him, the sigh of a harmonica which should bring on delirium. The child feels, according to the slowness of the caresses surging in him and dying continuously, a desire to cry. The analysis. Stanza 1. The first and second lines explain how lice is covering the child's head. The child enters the white swarm, white because the lice are white, and the indistinct dream, meaning the child's dream is unclear due to the lice. The third and fourth lines explain how the caretakers who remove the lice are two sisters and are coming towards the child with long fingers and nails. This image shows how their fingers are tools that are used to remove the lice. Stanza 2. In lines 5 and 6, the sisters bring the child to a seat facing the window, and in his heavy hair, where the dew falls, is a symbol for his sweating because he is nervous. Putting the child in front of the window is a way to comfort him. In lines 7 and 8, the sisters move their fingers in a mysterious way, as Rimbaud uses the words fearful and enticing. These adjectives make the sisters seem creepy, giving the child a small scare. Stanza 3. In lines 9 and 10, the sisters' breath sings, but the child is saying he can simply hear them breathe. Their breath smells of plant honey, and he starts to find it odd. In lines 11 and 12, as the sisters breathe, their saliva hits their lip and makes a hissing noise, scaring the child. Stanza 4. In lines 13 and 14, Rimbaud sticks to the senses of hearing and smelling, and the child can hear the sisters blinking and the smell of their perfume. In lines 15 and 16, their fingers must be somewhat clumsy or lazy because they make a half-drunken indolence to kill the lice. Stanza 5. By the end of the poem, in lines 17 and 18, the child feels delirious and knows he's being babied by these sisters. In lines 19 and 20, he feels their caresses, and inside he knows he wants to cry because he is no longer being a man for himself and letting others push him around.